Hi guys, I'm Shawna Jordan. Today on The Hungry Soul, we are going to make Hot Pockets. We're going to make pizza ones, and we're going to make ham and cheese, and I have some chicken here too, and we're going to make them from scratch. This dough recipe is on my website. It's under the Lebanese triangle meat pies, and this dough works great for anything you want to stuff into it. So we're going to go ahead and get this going. I'm going to get the dough rolled out. It's been rising for about 3 hours now. Doubled in size, so it's ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get some flour all over the counter here so I can get them rolled out. I got my oven preheating at 400 degrees. We're just going to flip the dough out of the bowl, and it should peel out nicely if you oiled your bowl well. And then just take some extra flour so it doesn't stick to your hands, get a little on the top, and just start pressing the air out of it, making a nice big circle. You can also tear off pieces when you do this. I have a pastry cutter, and you can go ahead and take out sections about yay big, form them into a circle, and then roll them out. And you want to roll them about 1/8 of an inch thick. So as you roll, you'll hear the air coming out of them. Try and keep it as much of a circle as you can, or even a square. And so lay it over on the flour, and I'm going to go ahead and take out some plastic wrap, and I'm going to keep this all covered as I work with it so it doesn't dry out. So we'll just sort of lay a piece loosely over it like that, and then I'm just going to move it over and go in, whoops, and cut off another chunk. And you know, if you're a perfectionist, they can be perfect, but if you're not, it's really okay to have them different sizes or different shapes. And these are so much healthier than a Hot Pocket that you're going to buy at the store. It's all good homemade ingredients. They freeze really well. You can reheat them in the oven or the microwave. My husband loves to take them for lunches at work. So just keep doing that and keep them covered. And I'm going to keep rolling these out, and then we're going to come back and stuff them. Okay, I've got all of the bread dough rolled out, and as you can see, these pieces are not a perfect shape, and that is totally okay. So they've been resting here for a little bit while the oven preheats, and I'm just going to keep the towel on them while I work with them and stuff them. And so I'm just going to go ahead and peel back this first row. And I have some ingredients here. This is for the pizza sauce, so we're going to go ahead and mix that up. And I just make it from scratch, and this is, you know, like a 10-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, and I'm just going to throw in like a teaspoon of oregano, salt, a little bit of pepper, and some garlic salt. And right around a teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of each, but just make it to your liking, and then just stir it in there. It doesn't need to cook to blend or anything like that, because when you cook these in the oven, that's going to already take place. So, alright, a spoon. So we're going to start with pizza ones. We have our sauce. I have some cheese here. It's mozzarella and provolone mixed together. You can use any kind of cheese you want, full fat mozzarella, whatever you like on your pizza. I have some mini pepperonis, some ham cubes. Again, whatever you like. You can put olives, onions, everything in them. So these are the pizza ones, and then I have ham, chicken, and American cheese over here for the other ones. So we'll start out with some pizza. We'll do a row of pepperoni here. You don't want to overdo the sauce. All of this will expand as it's cooking, and I'd rather underdo the sauce and then later have a dipping sauce on the side. Don't want them to get soggy. So just sprinkle in some pepperoni. Don't be afraid to use up some toppings. And I think I'll put some pepperoni and ham in them. I'm just in one of them. And then go ahead and put some cheese on. And then you're just going to flip it over, and you're going to seal the edges. And make sure you seal them all the way. Try not to stretch the dough too much. And if you really want to seal them well, you can use a fork. You certainly don't have to, but it just kind of gives it a pretty little edge. Makes them look a little more professional. And that's it. So then you're going to move it over onto your cookie sheet. Like so. Give them just a little bit of space so they don't grow together when they cook, but they don't expand too terribly much. So then we'll start another row just so I can show you the ham and cheese. I like to do the cheese in half just so it fits in there better. We'll do this one ham. And I'm actually going to do 2 slices so it's nice and full. And again, just fold it over. Like I said, these freeze really well, and you don't need to thaw them. You want to put them in the oven frozen. They cook best that way. If you try and thaw them, they're going to get soggy. And so you get the gist. I'm going to go ahead and finish these, and I'm going to put them in the oven at 400 degrees, and they're going to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're a light golden brown. You don't want to overbake them because if you reheat them in the oven, then they're going to get too dark. So I'll see you in about 20 minutes. Okay, our Hot Pockets are all done. I have a pizza one and a sandwich one, and we're going to cut them in half so you can see what they look like. You can see just the chicken and cheese in there, and like I said, they're a nice light brown, so when you put them back in the oven, they're not going to over brown. And I like to serve them with a side of cheese sauce because there's a lot of extra crust. You can serve it with whatever you want, mustard, or it's just good to have something to dip the extra bread in. And so with the pizza sauce one I have, or with the pizza one I have pizza sauce, and you can see in there there's Canadian bacon and cheese, and you can see the steam coming out. It's still hot. I'm going to go ahead and take a little taste. Squeak. Very good. Okay, I hope you like them when you make them. Feel free to stuff them with anything you like, all your favorite sandwich ingredients. I don't recommend putting vegetables in there because they will get watery and they will make your bread gooey. So stick to, meats, cheeses, and don't overdo the sauce. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, and you can find all my recipes at shawnajordan.com, and you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm under The Hungry Soul. Thanks for joining me today. Live, love, and cook with passion, my friends.